Hello everyone, welcome to the 8th video of my data science tutorial series using Python. Today we will take a look at how we can use numpy arrays, reshape arrays, that is to change the dimension of arrays. So numpy has a built-in reshape method which can be used to reshape the array or to change an array from one-dimensional to multi-dimensional arrays, or we can convert a row matrix into a column matrix or a column matrix into a row matrix. So let's take a look at some examples so that we can understand it much better. So previously we have made an array named x1. So this x1 array has actually 1 row and 6 column. So if we use the reshape array to make a row vector, we'll have to write the code like this. So x1 dot reshape method, and then inside round bracket, if we write 1 row and 6 column, so it will give 1 row and 6 column, as this is actually the same as the original array. But while changing the dimension, we will have to keep one thing in mind, that the initial array must match the size of the reshaped array. If the reshape array and original array doesn't match, the size doesn't match, then the reshape method won't work. So let's see an example where it doesn't work because the size doesn't match. So if we give 1:5, so it's literally not possible. So you can see that it shows an error. But if you want to, like, there are 6 elements, so if you want to make a 3 into 3 rows and 2 columns, we can actually make it 3 rows and 2 columns, or 2 rows and 3. I think that will also be possible. Yeah, so we can make this because it still matches the size of the original array. So similarly, we can make it a column vector. The row vector can be converted into a column vector. So similarly, x1 dot reshape, now we will write 6 rows and 1 column. So if you have seen my previous videos, you already know that the first one refers to row and the second one refers to column. So as you can see in the output, that there are 6 rows and 1 column. So we can do the same thing using another keyword called new axis. So this is done within a slice operation. So you can do the same thing using different methods in numpy. So what does this np.newAxis do? So this line of code will create a row vector. So we have put the np.newAxis in place of row, so it will create exactly the same row as the original vector or array. So it has same row or column. So since it's the row vector, so it will produce, so it's producing 6 column and 1 row. So in case of column vector, we'll have to place the np.newAxis in place of column. So since we are placing in place of column, it will give a column vector, and the number of rows will be the same as the original array. So this is actually the same thing as we have shown above, but it might seem a bit confusing, so you have to practice a bit to understand this new axis method, or you can use the reshape method if the simple one seem easier to you. So basically what we'll have to keep in mind is that we'll place in case of row vector, we'll place the np.new axis in place of row, and in place of column vector we will place np.new axis in place of column. So that's all from this video about reshaping arrays. So in the next video I will come up with something more interesting, where we will see a new built-in method using numpy. So that's all from today. Thank you all for your time, patience and understanding.